Welcome to Nightline. I'm Nakia Basharuddin. The headlines. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin warns irresponsible quarters not to stir up sensitive issues. And 70 million ringgit allocated to end congestion on Johor Causeway. Do not play with fire by raising sensitive issues. In issuing the stern warning, Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin stressed that the fanning of such sentiments would only sow the seeds of disunity in a multiracial and multi-religious country like Malaysia. Based on data and intelligence gathered by the authorities, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said the tendency of individuals and groups harping on issues related to race, religion and royalty, or 3R, has almost doubled this year compared to 2018. As such, he has instructed the Inspector General of Police as well as state police chiefs and police commissioners to use all existing laws against quarters creating uneasiness in the country by touching on 3R issues and other sentiments.
Jangan kita ungkitkan soal-soal yang sudah agak dipersetujui, baik soal bahasa, baik soal agama, baik soal hak bumi putra dan hak masing-masing dalam negara kita, baik institusi raja, kedudukan Islam sebagai agama persekutuan dan menghormati hak kaum-kaum lain untuk menganut agama masing-masing. It is already part and parcel of our life. Dia sudah bukan saja enshrined in the constitution dalam perlembagaan negara, tapi sudah kita amalkan untuk hampir 60 tahun. Kenapa di peringkat mutakhir ni nak kita ungkitkan sebegitu?
Tan Sri Muhyiddin did not rule out the possibility of certain quarters capitalizing on sensitive issues to gain political mileage or to express their unhappiness with the present administration. However, they should not harp on sensitive issues at the expense of the peace and harmony of the country. He also called upon community leaders, religious group leaders, as well as NGOs to continue strengthening cooperation among the people to maintain peace and harmony in the country. Resolving the traffic congestion at the Johor Causeway, especially during the peak hours, is a priority for Malaysia and Singapore. Therefore, Foreign Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah said over 70 million ringgit has been allocated by the Malaysian government to ease the congestion at the causeway. Speaking to reporters after launching the Trash Challenge program at Pantai Batu Hitam in Kuantan, Pahang on Saturday, Datuk Saifuddin said steps to resolve the problem was discussed by a special cabinet committee chaired by Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad recently.
Agensi yang mengetuai ialah Kementerian Dalam Negeri. Detailnya boleh ditanya pada Tan Sri Muhyiddin, tapi saya boleh sebutkan secara ringkas perkara-perkara yang kita akan cuba selesaikan secepat mungkin. Pertama ialah menambah bilangan kaki tangan, sebab dia ada dua tu, dia melibatkan custom dan dia melibatkan immigration. Jadi memang kekurangan kaki tangan.
He added other steps being considered in resolving the issue include installing automated barriers and adding more lanes. Currently, about 250,000 to 300,000 people cross the causeway on a daily basis. On April 9th, Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong had said that the city-state was committed to help resolve the long-standing problem. The Cabinet on August 14th had agreed to allocate more than 17 million ringgit in aid to the states affected by Typhoon Lakima. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah said the aid will be under the National Disaster Aid Trust Fund and it will help pay for related goods and services according to the value of damages.
Agensi Pengurusan Bencana Negara NADMA telah pun menyalurkan 1.167 juta kepada Perlis, 3.8 juta ringgit kepada Kedah, 2.02 juta pada Pulau Pinang, 165,000 untuk Perak dan 1.107 juta bagi Selangor dan 367,000 untuk Terengganu dan 15,000 kepada Pahang.
She was met after visiting the family of Marziace Omar, who died during the typhoon in Jitra Kedah. She said the allocation will be used to provide aid between 200 and 500 ringgit to victims, depending on damages suffered to their homes, and 300 ringgit will also be given through the Department of Social Welfare Instant Aid Fund. The Women, Family and Community Development Ministry is looking at ways to reduce the high rate of divorces caused by financial constraints. Its Deputy Minister, Hannah Yeoh, said they include strengthening the financial management chapter in the premarital course for future newlyweds. Speaking to the media at the Women and Investment Seminar at Bursa Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday, Yeoh said this will be done through a cooperation between the National Population and Family Development Board Malaysia, LPPKN, and the Credit Counselling and Debt Management Agency, AKPK.
Islam is under the JAKIM, ya. Tetapi untuk bukan Islam, LPPKN adalah agensi yang melaksanakan program khusus pra-perkahwinan, dan kita nak tengok bagaimana kita boleh memperkasakan chapter bab kewangan. Okay, kerana pengurusan kewangan ini selalunya sangat tension tau. Selepas mereka berkahwin, kalau mereka tak dapat bersetuju mengenai isu kewangan ini, akan menyebabkan banyak pergaduhan, dan pergaduhan itu kalau kita tak settle boleh jadi perceraian.
LPPKN, an agency under the Women, Family and Community Development Ministry, offers premarital courses which can be taken up by both Muslims and non-Muslims on a voluntary basis. Meanwhile, it is compulsory for Muslims to attend a pre-wedding course organized by the Malaysian Islamic Development Department, JAKIM, and state religious departments. Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal Azumu will meet Paul Yong Chu Keong soon to discuss his position in the State Executive Council since he has been charged with raping his maid. Yong, who is the Trono Assemblyman, has been advised to go on leave pending the outcome of the case, but refused to do so.
I've yet to meet him. InsyaAllah bila kita dah dapat berjumpa dengan dia nanti, saya akan berbincang. Dan saya kira hal pentadbiran kerajaan ini perlu kita titik beratkan. InsyaAllah kita akan rungkai apa juga masalahnya.
He was commenting on Yong's reluctance to take leave from his EXCO post after he was charged in the Ipoh Sessions Court on Friday with raping his Indonesian maid at his house last month. The Trono Assemblyman, who claimed trial to the charge, refused to go on leave despite having been advised to do so by Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal, saying he wants to continue serving the people. It was reported that the DAP Central Executive Council will meet to discuss on Yong's position following the rape charge. The man who was injured in a shootout with police in front of a condominium in Jalan Genting Klang, Wang Semaju in Kuala Lumpur on Friday night has prior criminal records that included robbery and drug-related offences. City Police Chief Datuk Seri Mazlan Lazim said he was also wanted for an assault case under Section 324 of the Penal Code. Elaborating on the shootout, he said policemen had stopped a Proton Iswara with 3 men inside at about 8:30 p.m. near the condominium. He said as they were conducting checks on them, the front passenger suddenly fired a shot at the police before all 3 suspects fled towards the main road. Datuk Seri Mazlan added that the police gave chase, leading to one of the suspects being shot in the ensuing shootout, causing injuries to the suspect's leg and body. The injured suspect has been taken to the Kuala Lumpur hospital for treatment. The police seized a 9mm semi-automatic HK USP pistol and 35 rounds of ammunition from the injured suspect. The suspect's 2 friends, however, managed to escape, and police have launched a hunt for them. The case is being investigated under 307 of the Penal Code and Section 8, Subsection 1 of the Firearms Increased Penalties Act. In Selangor, Myanmar national 33-year-old Somera Begum Muhammad died after she was thrown out of an express bus in an accident on the North-South Expressway in Hulu, Selangor early Saturday morning. The bus, which was carrying 27 passengers from Pulau Pinang to Kuala Lumpur, had hit the back of a lorry on the left lane before crashing into the right lane when the incident occurred. Initial investigations revealed that the bus driver had no summons against him. The bus, however, has 40 outstanding summonses. The driver and 16 other passengers who were injured had been sent to the Slim River Hospital for treatment. Still in Selangor, police have detained over 70 motorcyclists in an operation dubbed Red Light Up in Pandamaran, Port Klang, Friday night. The 3-hour operation by South Klang Traffic Police targeted motorcyclists who run the red light and those who endanger other road users. During the operation, over 45 summonses were issued for various offences, such as running the red light, riding motorcycles without license, riding with expired road tax, and other technical offences. A ship suspected of dumping diesel waste into the sea has been detained by the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA, following complaints from the public. The incident, which occurred at 3.4 nautical miles southeast of Kuala Sungai Baru waters in Malacca on Friday, also saw 26 crews comprising of China, Myanmar, Thailand, Bangladesh and Philippines nationals aged between 23 to 51 detained. The case will be investigated under the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952 and the Environmental Quality Act 1974. If found guilty, they can be fined up to 500,000 ringgit or a jail term not more than 2 years or both. Over in Kelantan, a teacher lost more than 10,000 ringgit to a snatch thief at a restaurant in Kampung Pau 5, Kota Baru. The victim, in her 40s, was having a meal with her son at about 7:20 p.m. when the incident took place. She lost an iPhone, 890 ringgit in cash and some jewelry. 7 base jumpers took a daring leap off a 40-story high-rise building in Putrajaya to celebrate our upcoming National Day on August 31st. The Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development Office, the tallest building in Putrajaya, was this year's location for the annual Putrajaya Base Jumper event. As the men leaped off the top of the building, the Jalo Gemilang unfurled behind them as they sailed through the air. They were led by 37-year-old Adi Kirman Marji, who works with Putrajaya Corporation. He has been doing base jumping since 2012 and already has 400 jumps under his belt.
Tapi kita ambil kesempatan ini untuk menunjukkan rasa cinta kita kepada Malaysia dengan melakukan terjunan kibaran Jalo Gemilang. Sempena 62 tahun Malaysia menyambut merdeka.
Apart from Adi, the 6 other jumpers are Muhammad Akmal Jamal, aged 34, Muhammad Noor Fairkhan Razali, 41, Peter Johnny, 47, Azwan Taharudin, 48, Ahmad Zaharuddin Zainuddin, 55, and 63-year-old Aziz Ahmad. Those who want to see the daring jumps with the Jalo Gemilang flying can head to Putrajaya, where it will be carried out from 8 to 11 in the morning and 4:45 p.m. until 7 in the evening, depending on the wind conditions. Break, Nightline's esports segment. Don't go away. We're back with Nightline's esports segment, bringing you the latest esports news. The Tekken World Tour TWT 2019 is an international tournament series for the iconic fighting franchise Tekken. The series sees Bandai Namco Entertainment teaming up with Twitch to bring competitors from around the world together to fight for the title of World Champion. Malaysia played host to one of their 27 tournaments, giving players the opportunity to earn valuable ranking points for the tour leaderboard. The leaderboard will then identify 19 Tekken players worthy of an invite to the 2019 Tekken World Tour Finals. Wan Izul Islam finds out more.
Welcome to this week's esports segment with me, Wan Izul Islam. Happening at Kuala City Mall in Kuala Lumpur, the TWT or the Tekken World Tour 2019, as well as the Malaysia FV Cup. Now over 400 participants are here to participate in one of the largest fighting games tournament in the world. We have players from all around the country, as well as overseas from Japan, Korea, India, Pakistan, participating to become the world champion. Now, to explain more about this tournament, we have one of the organizers, Muhammad Alifa, who will be talking to us about what games are being played, as well as what are up for grabs other than points and a trophy.
This is Plus Vision Tekken World Tour 2019. Our objective is we want to gather our community together. We want to gather our community together. We want to do the best, the greatest fighting game series in the world, and also we want to communicate. We want to compete with other players from overseas. We're going to see a lot of a good exchange of knowledge, but first of all, I think there will be great matches waiting for us tomorrow, because the Pakistan and the Korean players are locking horns. They are like fighting all their way to the finals, and we're going to get a very good, nice streak from them. They are competing for Tekken World Tour points, because if they have enough points, they will be invited to join the biggest Tekken 7 championship for this year, which is Tekken World Tour Championships.
Now, as you can see behind me, the stage is set, or should I say, the ring is set for the FV Cup and the TWT finals, which is going to be happening tomorrow on the 25th of August here at Kuala City Mall. Now, we talked to some of the players who are here participating in the tournament to see what they thought about the tournament, as well as how are their chances for the tournament.
So far it's been run pretty well, no delays, good opportunity for people to get together, meet up with people they don't normally see, put a face behind the internet nick. I've already top 8'd Samurai Showdown, so I'm just gonna try my best with the other two games and see how it goes.
Actually, it's kind of good. This is my first time in it's a really big international, like from the Korean people. They came here, was like once in a blue moon now. So it's like I got a chance to play with them, improve.
That's it for myself, Wan Izul Islam, here at Kuala City Mall, Kuala Lumpur, reporting for the TWT Tekken World Tour 2019, as well as the Malaysia FV Cup. We hope you stay tuned for more updates on esports here in Malaysia for My Game On and the esports segment. Have a good one.
Up next, North Korea fires yet another unidentified projectiles. The details right after the breather. We're back with sports football, the 2019 Malaysia Cup. 3 group matches were played on Saturday night. In Group C, Pulau Pinang held Perak to a 1-1 draw, while Pahang claimed a narrow 1-0 win over Sabah. In Group D, Malacca United remained at the top of the standings despite suffering a 1-3 defeat to Felda United. Malacca United were the first to break through the deadlock through Luka Milanovic's effort in the 37th minute. Felda, however, drew level seconds before the interval thanks to Muhammad Hadin Azman. Daniel Amir Nur Hisham then gave the visitors the lead in the 69th before Hadin Azman completed the comeback for Felda 4 minutes later, sealing a 3-1 win. The victory, however, did not do much for Felda as they remain at the bottom of the group with 4 points, while Felda United led the group with 6 points. Still on football, the 2019 Sultan of Selangor's Cup. Selangor retained the trophy they won last year when they claimed a 1-0 win over Singapore Selection on Saturday night. The Red Giants opened the scoring after 18 minutes when Ifadaya Olusegun headed home Muhammad Amri Yahya's inviting cross. Singapore Selections pushed hard for an equalizer, but Selangor defended their slimmest lead well into the final whistle, giving the hosts a 1-0 win. The trophy was presented by the Sultan of Selangor, Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah Al Hajj. Also present, the Permaisuri of Selangor, Tengku Permaisuri Nur Ashikin. That sports item wraps up Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look as 20 hopefuls from around the world donned glitter, makeup and outrageous costumes to face off in an epic virtuoso guitar battle on stage, but without an instrument in sight. With that, I'm Nakia Bashiruddin. Thank you for watching and have a good weekend.
Helter Skelter! I'm busy, Mom. I'll call you back.